another Generation 2 Plasticon review! Woo!
It's the evil Constructicons, Decepticon vehicles built to destroy planet Earth. More than meets the eye, they're robots in disguise. And the Constructicons combine to form the dreaded Devastator for really big destruction. But the Constructicons unearth big trouble, the heroic Dinobots, Snarl, Slag, and Grimlock. These massive monsters transform into mighty robots. They'll blast those Decepticons into extinction. Transformers Generation 2, Dinobots and Constructicons each sold separately.
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover some more Generation 2. And I'm talking Generation 2, I'm talking about Dinobots. You know, Dinobots, dinosaurs, yeah. So let's go ahead and start this thing off with my favorite of the entire group. And that right there would be Generation 2 Slag. Here is Generation 2 Slag in his garish green getup. Looks very Christmassy. I like him though. He is still one of my favorite, mainly because he's a Triceratops, and I'm a big fan of Triceratops because those are my favorite dinosaurs. I just love Triceratops. But anyway, taking a great look at him, he's got a lot of crazy colors going on here. I love the translucent that they used on the head and the tail of him. He just looks very neat, very mechanical. But, you know, he's a big green dino, and I like green dinos. Who doesn't like green dinos? I like them. Just looking at the head sculpt of this thing, I just love it. It's very, very cool. I do like the fact that he happens to have a opening and closing mouth here, which is kind of cool. Not to mention, he has articulation, which is very rare for these type of robots, but he does happen to have articulation. He's got fairly articulated legs for the front that are very clicky, not to mention he's got a really clicky back leg as well, and it does happen to have a knee joint, so that way you can position it in several different ways, which is nice. I do like this. It's a great little option. A little squeaky on a couple of my joints, but that's okay because, you know, he's a little old. That's fine though, because Slag's cool. Another cool thing I like is the fact that you can actually position his horns in different ways if you really wanted to, if you wanted to have like a wider stance or, you know, just a straightforward one. This is a cool little option, especially, you know, if you like to position your dinosaurs and make them all look a little different. He is, like I said, my favorite of the group just because, you know, he's Triceratops and I'm a bit biased when it comes to that. I like the idea that he did use a bit of a goldish chrome here, although it's kind of weird because it's gold here but it's silver throughout here, which is very odd, but you know, that's just something they did in G2. They did some really odd things, but that's fine. I do like the stickering detail he has here going throughout his entire back here. It just kind of shows he has a little bit of life to him as being, you know, a robotic organism. I can imagine this right here like glowing with different kinds of like surges of power and such going through here with little beeps and boops and whatever else you want to call for, like computer techno babble or whatever you want to call it. It does have a very cool sticker here in this little translucent window here. If you notice, mine's actually missing a side. Well, these things are kind of difficult to find completely untouched. Unless you get one in a blister pack, that's great. But you know, I like my toys to be played with, and this is why I like him. He's absolutely awesome and fantastic, and I love this guy. Unfortunately, I did not have one of these when I was a kid, but he's still cool, and every time I've ever messed with any Slag figure, I'm very happy with it. Just because it's a Triceratops. But this isn't all a Triceratops does, because, you know, he also turns into a thing. When I mean things, I mean robots. So let's turn him into one of those, shall we? Slag when he's like in his robot mode. He does look pretty awesome. I do like the fact that he just looks very huge and able to like take on anything, especially, you know, Insecticons, because Insecticons, yeah, those guys. What better yet to have like dinosaurs fighting gigantic bugs? I mean, come on, where have we seen that before? Anyhow, I do like him a lot. He is a very, very cool looking robot and just really fits the bill. I do like the fact that his entire chest is just completely red. It's really, really cool and very interesting. Taking a little closer look at that head sculpt though, he has got a very neat looking head sculpt. I've always liked his head sculpt. It's very cool. I like how the fact that it's all tucked inside the Triceratops head, you know, it's like, you know, it's part of it. I really do like that. It's got a lot of chromy goodness going on here with this silver chrome here on the chest. It just really pops. It does have ability, if you wanted to, you can lift this up and then open this portion here if you did want to put a Diaclone driver in there. It's very neat that that gimmick was just left in there and retained, even in the Generation 2 stuff. I do like that a lot. It does have a lot of die-cast in him, which is kind of nice, and it gives him a little more weight. It's a very cool looking robot though. I like him a lot. I've always liked this guy. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the big crazy feet he has. He's just hilarious. But anyhow, this has been Plasticon. This has been another Generation 2 review. I've got plenty more coming your guys' way. This is it for now. See you around. Bye!